USAA knows dynamic duos can save the day, like superheroes and sidekicks or auto and home insurance. With USAA, you can bundle your auto and home and save up to 10%. Learn more and get a quote at USAA.com/bundle. Restrictions apply.
Raise the rudders! Raise the sails! Raise the sails!
Captain, an unidentified ship is approaching. Over.
Roger. Wait, is that an enterprise sales solution?
Reach sales professionals, not professional sailors. With LinkedIn ads, you can target the right people by industry, job title, and more. We'll even give you a $100 credit on your next campaign. Get started today at linkedin.com/results. Terms and conditions apply.
Alright, what's up guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show. In today's episode, I've noticed a pattern with Just a Robot, and it's very funny how he does things. He'll call you out on something, right? Turns around, does something, does the same exact thing however long later. And there's a video in question. I think it might be all of his shorts that he's been uploading recently. But there was one short that I did see of his where, and I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, why is his content getting recommended to me? Like, I seen it and I'm like, okay, let's see if this is another questionable short like the one where he's explaining how to get away with being a pedophile. But no, it's an audio of somebody else. But all he just did was add his, like, I guess if you want to call it an animation, then you can. But it's one of those things where I'm like, yeah, bro, I was doing content like that when I was like 14, 15 years old. Like, you're in your 30s, bro. You could do something better than that. But anyways, but no, overall though, he uses the audio of another person. And what I find so funny is that when me and him, when we very first came across each other and stuff, that was the main thing that he was calling me out on, was that I was stealing other people's content. Like, that was, so to kind of give you guys a little bit of a backstory on that. So back in, I think it was because like the hatred towards reaction videos had kind of started in like late 2014, maybe early 2015. Like, it started around that time frame, but that was the main narrative with reaction videos, was that the person doing the reaction video is stealing content. You're driving views away from the original uploader and you're pushing it out for yourself and things, right? So anyways, and I guess to even talk on that, because I know people probably will ask me, like, how do I feel about that that narrative? Like, what's my opinion on it? Here's the thing, you know, I guess for me, I wouldn't care if somebody, like, let's say if I wasn't doing reaction videos, I wouldn't care if somebody was reacting to my videos. I guess, like, that's the way I've always looked at reaction videos, is a form of a shout out, you know? So yeah, my thing is, and that's something that I have always brought up to people that try to approach me with that, like, you know, just overall with that narrative, like, oh, this reaction videos are bad and stuff. And that's one thing that always shuts them down. It's like, okay, let's say you're a content creator, right? Let's say you upload music, or you upload gaming videos or comedy skits and things, right? You upload whatever form of content, all right? Original content. Let's just overall call it that. You upload original content, and let's say Mr. Beast, he reacts to you. Let's say the night before he reacts to you, or he uploads this video, the day before, you have, like, let's say 500 subscribers, right? That's good, you know, but this is the thing, you want to do content creating full time. I think that's why a lot of people get into content creating, is because they want to do it full time. So anyways, you have 500 subscribers. Your videos get roughly about 100 views each video and stuff, right? Videos get 100 views each video. Next day, after Mr. Beast uploads his reaction video to yours, you all of a sudden now have 10,000 subscribers. And this is, mind you, Mr. Beast, hold on for a second. Let's look up how many subscribers he has on his main channel. On his main channel, he has 424 million subscribers. Hold on, I gotta take my watch off real quick because I'm getting messages and it's distracting and stuff. So, but he has 424 million subscribers. So he uploads that video. You now have 10,000 subscribers. But it ain't over there. It ain't just gonna stop at just 10,000 subscribers. it's gonna keep going. So my thing is this, right? Yeah, you might have an issue, I guess, with smaller people reacting to your videos, but are you really going? My thing is this. I guess, like, it's an odd thing to say in a situation like this, but pretty much, are you going to bite the hand that just fed you? Like, this man just helped you elevate your content creating career, and you going to look him in the face and be all like, oh, I hated the idea of you reacting to my video. You're stealing content. You're doing this. You're doing that. You are not going to look one of the biggest YouTubers in the face and tell them that they're stealing your content. Meanwhile, he just helped your channel grow. So that's how I always looked at it, is that, you know, okay, like, let's say a big YouTuber reacts to your content and just puts you on a whole new level of content creating. Like, now there's people that you've always wanted to collaborate with. They now want to collaborate with you. You're getting these brand deals. You're making the most amount of money that you've ever seen yourself make before. Like, I guess, like, if you combine all of the 9-to-5 jobs that you've ever had, it's still not enough onto what you just made after Mr. Beast reacted to one of your videos. So please, before you approach me with, oh, you're stealing content, this and that, blah, 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 what would you do if Mr. Beast reacted to one of your videos? You gonna approach him with that same conversation? I guarantee and I promise you, you won't. I'm willing to bet money that you won't, okay? Never. It's like, that's one of those things where, yeah, it's people, you might want to, I guess, have like these quote unquote smart arguments with me, but yeah, when it gets to a point where it's like you've then received the best financial blessing that you probably will ever receive in your whole life, somebody that just kickstarted your career, you're not going to be still carrying on that same argument. So anyways, but yeah, overall though, that was the narrative with reaction videos. It was, you're stealing content from 2014, 2015, all the way up till maybe like 2017, 2018. It was like right when the bigger YouTubers had started doing reaction videos, that's when that narrative had died off. Like, people wasn't really talking on that stuff no more. And so yeah, and then that's when Just a Robot and his fans, because by that time I was still going through the drama with him, but I had noticed that it had changed. Like, the narrative with reaction videos had changed, like more so with me, because yeah, before it was, oh, you're doing reaction videos and you don't know how to accept criticism. After that, then that's when they was like, oh, we gotta now come up with some other stuff. Oh yeah, let's make it seem like he ignored a suicidal person. Let's change the narrative and say he made fun of a dead or a man's dead mom and stuff. I'm trying to think of some other things they called me out for and stuff. Yeah, the funny thing is, they always try to like flip things on me. If I say something about them, then they're like, no, you're doing that, you're doing it. So yeah, they were constantly calling me out for stuff, right? Fast forward up till now, Just a Robot uploads this video where he's using another person's audio, but all he's just doing is adding his animation over it. My question to him is, why not just have it where you're watching the original video? And I know people are going to try to come after me and say that I'm doing the same thing. I know I'm doing the same thing. I never had a problem with that. But he's always had a problem with, I guess, not being original. You're not being original. So at the end of the day, and even when you look at it, it's funny how, like, even just doing this episode and thinking about it, even him being a character on the internet, that's not original. That's one thing that I feel like it needs to be said to people, is there's nothing on the internet that is original, you know. And even just mentioning guys like Mr. Beast, yeah, there was people before Mr. Beast that did what he did. You know, they were very giving and stuff, and they were helpful to their peers around them, you know, all that, traveling the world, you know, making people smile and all that. It's just that it so happened that Mr. Beast, he just happened to be the biggest content creator to do all of that stuff, right? You know, even with gaming content, you can upload a video of yourself playing Call of Duty, right? Call of Duty Warzone. You're not doing original content, because there's been all these different people before you that's uploaded a video of themselves playing Call of Duty Warzone. So the thing is this, with content creating, when they try to approach me with that argument, like, oh, I gotta be original, I gotta do my original content and all that, there's nothing original from music, from what else, comedy skits, from short films. I'm trying to think of some other stuff, gaming videos. There's nothing original on the internet. Everybody is, you know, trying to create I guess, like, that's the main thing with the internet is that everybody's trying to create the next viral piece of the internet. People are trying to create the next viral meme. People are trying to create the next and I think that's what makes content creators so different and unique, is when you add your own comedy spin to it and stuff. But my question is to just the robot, what difference did you add to a video where it's your animation, where it's like, yeah, I imagine that the original video was probably 10 times funnier. So like, really, at the end of the day, it's like, what did you do to help that video? What did, or that audio, you know? And that's the one thing about it, is that even when he uploaded the video, you don't see where the original audio had came from. Like, I don't know whether he had did it on TikTok and he just posted it on YouTube, or if he's doing it strictly on YouTube. But regardless, it's like, yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, fam, you're not even giving credit to the uploader. So it's just, I find it funny how he calls me out on this stuff, and he has it where his fans are calling me out on the same things too. I feel like I gotta throw the fans in there also, because he'll try to play that game where it's like, oh, I've never said that, find proof. But no, he calls me out on that stuff of not being an original content creator, and it's like, fam, you're doing the very same thing. It was funny too, because I remember this happened a while ago. Somebody had told me about that, where he deleted some I guess it was, I don't know if it was theirs or if it was somebody, but I did see where he was deleting comments too, and that was something that he always would get on me about, is deleting comments. And I'm like, fam, okay, remember, you're on my channel. That's like, I guess, getting mad at somebody for, I guess, them getting on you for doing something in their house. It's like, you're in their house. You don't pay no bills in that house. You don't do anything in that house. And that person wants to tell you to get out or whatever and stuff. It's like, yeah, they got that right to do so, because that is their house. So yeah, it's just, it's really funny how hypocritical he is. And I feel like even there's probably people out there that he ain't got into it with outside of me, where he done called them out on some stuff, turns around, does the same thing himself. So it's just, yeah, it's, and I like, even I guess like using that he was stalking them people at VidCon. I'm pretty sure, you know, oh, his, like, he called somebody out for stalking and all this other stuff. Well, no, because I think a lot of people, they were saying that about SS Sniper Wolf. I guess, like, what would be his opinion on that matter, where she showed up to that one dude, yeah, Jax Films showed up to his house being, well, I don't think she just drove, she wasn't being aggressive. I mean, I guess like her actions were pretty aggressive and stuff, but yeah, at the same time, though, it's like, yeah, that girl was provoked. I'm like, yeah, it's something. It's like, you know, you keep bothering the person. Yeah, I don't condone what she did, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, you know, you out there getting provoked by people and stuff. Yeah, that girl, she was ready to fight. She was ready to throw hands and stuff. So that's why I'm like, that's why you don't really see. I don't know if Jax Films, if he still does talk about her. But my question is to just a robot. It's like, what would be your opinion on SS Sniper Wolf's actions? Well, how did you overall feel about that? But it's so the thing is this. It's a problem for her to show up to other people's house, but it's okay for you to follow and stalk people at VidCon. And I guarantee and I promise you, he'll say some old dumb stuff. Oh, well, it was at a public area, but you're invading a person's private, like, you know, space. They don't want to be bothered with you. They clearly made that message across when they were DMing him on Discord. So like it's crazy how he'll try to twist things where it's like it's okay for him to do it, because yeah, that's all that him and his fans are about. They're always about, it's okay for us to do things, but as soon as you do something, oh, we gotta scream victim, we gotta, like, oh, you're being overly aggressive, you're doing this, you're doing that, but it's okay for y'all to do it. Like, that's what I would like to know. Like, why is it okay for you guys to do stuff, but then if somebody gives you a taste of your own medicine, it's a problem. It's an issue. I even feel like with this stuff that he's going through now, it's like he's going to try to blame people. It's like, oh, you guys you're dragging this on for too long. But it's like, fam, you literally did the same thing to so many different creators. You dragged on drama that didn't even need to be dragged on. So, like, it's one of those things where it's like, bro, if you're going to call people out on stuff, don't turn around and do the same thing that they're doing. You know, like, because at the end of the day, I could care less what content he's uploading. If he wants to upload himself doing cringy animations to other people's audio, he very well can do that. If he wants to do gaming videos, or if he wants to do video, even the content that he was uploading beforehand, where he's just sitting around just talking about stuff, that's not original content. So many people have done that. So many people have talked on things that you have already talked on. So at the end of the day, it's like, what new things are you adding to the internet? What original stuff are you doing on the internet? Nothing. It's like, fam, the thing is this. If you guys look hard enough, you'll find somebody doing the same exact content as he's doing. And they've been doing it a lot longer, and they've been doing it a lot better. So, like, that's why it's just, it's funny how hypocritical he is, and he don't even realize how hypocritical he is. It's like, nah, it's that type of stuff. He's blind to it. Like, nah, he's deaf to what I'm saying right now. And it's like, bro, like, really, look at the stuff that you're doing and look at all the other stuff that everybody else is doing. Ain't no difference. Ain't no difference at all. So, yeah, man, the thing is with him, he's always going to get called out. I guess, like, more so get called out for stuff where he's calling somebody else out on it. But it's like, fam, you literally turned around and did the same exact thing. So it's like, I guess, like, what would be your reasons for, I guess, quote unquote, stealing somebody else's content? What are you currently going through to where you felt the need to do some stuff like that? So, yeah, man, it honestly, it's going to be mad funny, though, the day we all look up, he doing a reaction. I feel like he probably would do some stuff like that where he'll have the video playing, but he'll have his avatar on the side, like, making different facial expressions and stuff. In a way, I mean, he did kind of do that with the videos that he made on me. It wasn't in the, I guess, style of my reaction videos, but yeah, he was giving out his, I wouldn't say it was a good reaction. It was one of those things where it's like, you watch his videos, or no, you more so watch, like, people that is fans of him. You watch their videos that, I guess, like, they're trying to recreate or whatever. The acting is horrible. So, like, yeah, I was watching the videos that he did or reacting to the videos that he did on me. It was like, fam, the acting in here is horrible. Like, I didn't seen better acting in sci-fi and Lifetime movies and stuff. I'm like, bro, like, go to an acting class if you're gonna do a video on me. At least make it realistic and you ain't just coming off as somebody that's just being a hater and stuff. So, but anyways, with that being said, yeah, just a robot's a hypocrite. It's one of those things where I'm pretty sure, other people then noticed that with him and stuff. But, yeah, I feel like that it's just, yeah, there's a lot of things that we can call him out on. But I definitely feel like that, yeah, we could definitely call him out on being a hypocrite. But anyways, with that being said, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening. Stay tuned for the next episode. Like, subscribe, viewing this on YouTube. Follow or subscribe, viewing this on the podcast streaming service. And
talk about stepping up. It's time to level up your game. Introducing the all-new ESPN app. All of ESPN, all in one place. Your home for the most live sports and the best championship moments.
The electricity is palpable.
Step up your game with no annual contract required. It's the ultimate fan experience. Level up for more on the ESPN app or at stream.espn.com. Sign up now.
This episode is brought to you by FX's Alien Earth, the official podcast. Each week, host Adam Rogers is joined by guests, including the show's creator, cast, and crew, in this exclusive companion podcast. They will explore story elements, deep dive into character motivations, and offer an episode-by-episode behind-the-scenes breakdown of each terrifying chapter in this new series. Search FX's Alien Earth wherever you listen to podcasts.
peace.